We will treat ourselves and each other with respect and remind ourselves often of what brought us together.
We will give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that our connection deserves.
When frustration, difficulties, and fear assail our relationship, as they threaten all relationships at one time or another, we will remember to focus on what is right between us, not only the part which seems wrong.
In this way, we can ride out the storms when clouds hide the face of the sun in our lives, remembering that even if you lose sight of it for a moment, the sun is still there.
And if each of us takes responsibility for the quality of our life together, it will be marked by abundance and joy. Without your presence, without your coming, suddenly, incitingly, to know my life, gust of a rosebush, beat of wind. Since then, I am because you are. Since then, you are, I am, we are. And through love, I will be, you will be, will be.
When I hold you, I hold everything that is. Sand, time, the tree of the rain. Everything is alive so that I can be alive. Without moving, I can see everything that is. In your life, I see everything that lives.
Colors and promises, how to be brave, how can I love when I'm afraid to fall, watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. Every long lost dream led me to where you are. Others who broke my heart, they were like northern stars, pointing me on my way into your loving arms. This much I know is true.
As you know, Mike and Ella, it's a big step. Even with people living in the same place, living together for a long time. It's a choice that expresses to each other and the whole world, you are no longer just two people living together, but that you are now a unit, a fusion. It's an act that involves risk, compromise, courage, and integrity. You're about to play a higher stakes round, and it's much harder to fold. I don't have to tell anyone that life is stressful, can be filled with sorrow and disappointment, frustration and illusion. And when you finally connect with someone that you hold fast, physically and emotionally, psychologically and spiritually, it allows you some respite, some protection from the slings and arrows faced daily. It's just different being married. Now you are underneath this canopy. Lovely job, Wexburg clan, all of you. And it's called a chuppah. And it kind of symbolizes, I did a little research on this, it symbolizes the home that they're going to make together as a married couple. But supposedly when getting married and you're underneath the chuppah, the gates of heaven are open for your prayers. So I know you're distracted being married and all, and you have some vows you're going to have to exchange. But if you have any bandwidth, this might be the best time to shoot out some prayers, because those gates are open and they're not open for a long time. Thank you for giggling. I don't know why I would have done otherwise. Some relationships seem inevitable. Two people in proximate, parallel, or frequently intersecting paths, sharing the same street, the same job, the same workplace. They meet as almost a matter of course when they got together. Some relationships are the product of extreme coincidence, and the initial combustion seems so random that the couple truly seems made for each other due to the very high odds-induced way that the relationship came about. That is the path that Ella and Mike, that's the path in which that launched their relationship. They met at a bar in Livingston, New Jersey, not necessarily a hot spot for singles, as I understand. In fact, it was the only bar in Livingston. They met on a Monday night, and fortunately, it was not a Monday night football night. Otherwise, there might have been some distraction going on. The bar was basically empty. It's a bar that Mike was working part-time and as a substitute. And Ella showed up randomly, who doesn't drink, by the way, showed up randomly on a Monday night, and they met. Now, it may or may not be accurate that Ella asked Mike on that very first night if he would consider moving to Ohio in that first conversation. I wasn't there. But the wedding proposal was not left by chance, as Mike scoped out an Airbnb months in advance, 6 months to be precise, and with the help of a 3D horse puzzle, asked for Ella's hand on bended knee. A noted Hindu teacher, when discussing marriage and vows, says that the exchange of vows is about giving oneself completely to another, which happens when you become love. Is this possible? He says the first step of becoming love is the self-compassion that we grant ourselves so that we may gift compassion to another. This allows the exchange of generosity in our hearts, minds, and souls that creates a mindfulness of being love. It's about the idea that self-compassion, being forgiving towards yourself, is the seed that you can then share with the other, and that this mutual mindfulness can be a kind of shield. Self-compassion is a great place to start. The second set of vows is based on a poem of Pablo Neruda. For the exchange of rings, where if anyone objects, This is your shot. Object now or forever hold thy peace. And Dowdy,
No, absolutely no.
you sure?
Oh, yes,
Okay.
I want this.
And Miriam, do you object? No.
objections.
No objection. Ella and Mike, do you pledge to help each other and develop and strengthen your hearts and minds, cultivating compassion, enthusiasm, patience, concentration, and wisdom as you encounter the inevitable changes, expected and unexpected, welcome and unwelcomed, in health and sorrow and in joy, as long as you both shall live?
We do.
Good. I just want to note the date. I don't know if there's any numerologists here, but 8/8/2020. I put this here because the 8s are actually 2 interconnected rings, and you have 4 interconnected rings, so that's a lot of ring power. Good choice, guys. But August 8th, 2020, and I'm sure Ella had this in mind when she scheduled this, is International Happiness Day. I'm not making this up. In 1989, the International Happiness Society formed, and they made August 8th International Happiness Day. From the earliest of times, the circle has been a symbol of completeness, a symbol of committed love. It is a symbol of the sacred and of perfection and of peace. An unbroken and never-ending circle symbolizing a commitment of love that is also never-ending. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
to wear upon your hand
to wear upon your hand
as a symbol of our unique connection and unity.
as a symbol of our unique connection and unity.
Give you this ring
I give you this ring,
to wear upon your hand
wear upon your hand,
as a symbol of our unique connection and unity.
as a symbol of our unique connection and unity.
May the vows and promises you have made today be as ever present in your hearts as these rings are upon your finger. Ella and Mike, in the presence of the divine force that inhabits all of life, your family and friends today, you have spoken the words and performed the rites which unite your lives. It is my legal right as a minister and my greatest joy and privilege as your friend to declare you husband and wife. Salute. Good. You may kiss each other.